Hi everyone, welcome to part 2 of this springtime mini-series from Rita Berman's Walk Through the Seasons book. I think it's probably also in her spring book. I don't have her singular book, so I'm not sure. I've watched flip throughs, but I can't really remember. Now these flowers here, I'm looking at them thinking they're probably snowdrops, but I'm going to colour them as crocuses because that's easier to colour. Although they've got yellows in, which are a little bit scary, snowdrops are white. Hard work. So what I'm going to do is do some crocuses in a few different colours. I thought that might be fun. So we're going to start with a purple one. And I'm thinking maybe I do these two at the front in purple. I know they look different, but I think that's okay. And then the back ones in some vibrant yellows. Just thought that would be quite spring-like. I know they're probably quite early spring. So this is Mauve from the Polychromos set. It's basically the sort of darkest, most intense purple that you get in the set. So if you haven't got the polys, that's what you want, your dark purple. I'm just going to sort of fade it like that and do the same on all of these petals. So I hope everyone's okay today. Well, and hopefully colouring something while you watch, or planning something for later, whether it's this page or something else. It's always fun thinking about what to colour, I think. I sort of got a few plans for this month. Not so much for videos. I haven't got loads of plans for videos at the minute. I'm going to just move and do the same on this one. But there's some books that I think I can finish this month, which is fun. Well, at least one, probably not two. But I always enjoy the satisfaction of finishing a book, and so that's good. Some books are sort of easier to finish than others, obviously depending on the length and the size of the pages. I think that through there, very dark. We'll do that centre bit a bit lighter, I think. So I'm going to pick a lighter colour. This one is the violet, I think. I'm just going to double check for you. No, this is the purple violet. Okay. I'm just going to finish off each of the petals in this one. Yes, some books, you know, they might have less pages, or the pages might be less complex. It just depends. This book is actually one that I want to try and finish by October, just because I've done quite a lot of it, and my sort of plan is to finish a few books before Johanna's new one comes out. So it just gives me a little goal, and when I'm sort of thinking what shall I colour and I can't quite decide, I've got to sort of focus, oh, I'm trying to finish that book, so I do something from there if I'm not sure. Obviously sometimes you've got an idea in your head, you want to do a particular type of picture, a particular sort of object, or whatever it might be, and then you find the book that's got that in. But if you're not really sure, then I sort of have a flick through the book that I'm sort of aiming to finish next, and colour a page from that. And the good thing with this book, there is a mix of things. There are florals and botanicals, which is always nice to colour, but there are also buildings and a few people. So it gives you a mix of things to have a go at. I'm also going to use this one on here. I'm going to try and press lightly because I just want that to look lighter inside. Now the purple crocuses tend to have a bit of yellow in the middle, but we don't really have, I could have put a bit there, but there's nothing there to put it, so I've decided to just leave it purple. And the yellow ones, we're going to use two shades. Start with our darkest, and this is the dark cadmium yellow, so really slightly orangey yellow. I'm going to use that at the base of each petal. I've got quite a lot to get through. So I'm going to fade it towards the tip and use a more less orangey yellow for the ends. I've got my son coming home this afternoon, so I won't be able to record later. So what I'm going to do is some of the pictures I've recorded, this morning. I'm on my 4th now. I did a little batch record. I need to finish them and then take a photo of the finished picture for you. So this afternoon while he's studying, I'm not sure if that's a leaf or a bud. What do you reckon? I think I'm going to leave it, no, I'm going to colour it as a bud. It just gives us a different colour. There's a lot of green going on in here, so. So while he's studying this afternoon, I'll be colouring, and I always feel a bit guilty, like I should be doing some work, but I haven't got any work in at the minute, and you know, I work when he's playing, so. And you know, I could say that doing this is my work, but it certainly doesn't feel like work. It you know, it earns me a very, you know, a small income, which is increasing, which is really lovely. I've actually had quite a lot more subscribers on my channel recently, and a lot more comments and things and likes, which has been really nice, and that all helps me. Let's pop that in there. I'm just really hoping you can't hear the music that I can hear, because I'm not allowed to have music on my channel without checking copyrights and blah blah blah. But anyway, hopefully it's quiet enough for you not to hear. I'm going to go for this yellow, I think. What is it? Light chrome yellow on the tips, and it should help to sort of brighten a little bit and provide a contrasting colour. That's good. I'm going to do these bits too. I mean, these obviously, well, these don't exist in flowers, but it's really pretty. Rita's just trying to pretty it up, isn't she? Using her artistic license to make a really pretty picture. Which is what I would do too if I could draw. But I can just colour, and that's good. It brings me lots of pleasure, which I hope it does you as well. But yes, so as I was saying, I'm so grateful for all the interactions, the comments, the likes, the subscribes. It's really, really kind. I know it takes an effort to do all these things, so I really appreciate it. And I know YouTube tries to encourage you to, they want you to do it, but it's nice for me as well. Thank you. Okay, we're nearly there. And I'm sort of thinking a little bit, a bit quiet. I'm thinking about the green, what to do for the greens. I'm thinking we want to sort of, what colour is crocus? It's sort of a mid-green really, isn't it? So well, I think that's what we'll do. Let's not show up very well. There we go. Those greens or those greens? Yeah, I think we'll go with the permanent green olive to start with. And down here at the base, it's going to be a bit darker. There's more shadows going on. It's going to lay down a bit of darker green. I think up here, look, it's quite black here, so we'll take that down. Let's sort of make the centre a bit lighter. We'll get another green in there, in a bit, and a bit there like that. Maybe a bit at the top. It's just a little bit of a different way to colour it, really. Like that. Yeah, I'll get a dark bit down here, and the same here, up in the dark a bit. And a bit down here. I just realised my children didn't do the word all this morning. It was quite a tricky one today. Certain ones, there's less commonly used words, or they use ones that don't have common letters in, because usually, I don't know if you play, but when you have to try and guess what the 5-letter word is, basically. So I always start with a word that has lots of common letters in, A and E, R. I usually use can't think what word I use, crate or something, or rains, I think that was a word, I can't remember. And I try and use something with common letters in, and if it doesn't have A and E in, then you've got to go try and find a word with O and I in instead, or something. But on the weekend, one of the words was epoxy. That was a tricky one to get. And then the day after, was it nymph? There were no vowels in at all. Tricky, but children had fun with it. So this is the permanent green. We'll use it to add some more layers of green on our plants. You can see there's a lot of green in here, but I've picked greens that I think are pretty, which will work well. But obviously you could pick your favourites, as there's so much. But your favourite greens might be getting a bit short. I don't know about you, but my favourite colours are always the shortest. And sometimes I think I need to use some different ones so that I don't use up all my favourite colours and not have anything left, or any of them left. And or if you use the one next to it instead, it sometimes I think, what colour should I do, and then I have to look, I just pick the longest pencil just for something different. It depends what you're colouring. Obviously sometimes you need a very specific colour, but you've got something in mind. But sometimes it's fun to grab your longest pencil and just use that one. So, and then it sort of pushes you out of your comfort zone a little bit, because if this is your longest pencil, it's obviously one that you don't use a lot. So that means that you might not really know what to do with it. And I'm thinking while I'm colouring this, you know, on the last picture we did over here, which you can see a little bit of, we did lots of white dots. I'm wondering whether to do any on here. The problem is we've got these crocuses in yellow. They're not going to show up white pen. So I have a little plan, which I may or may not remember to do. There, grab the thing I need, and then I'll remember. And I'll try something a little bit different and see if it comes off. Right, I'm going to finish that off with a layer of the grass green, just to sort of bring it all together. It's a nice bright warm colour. It'll just brighten it all up, I hope. And that will be our last bit of pencil, and then we can finish off, as I say, with a bit of pen. I'm not sure if I'll do any on the green. I did in the last picture, but maybe I won't on this one. Don't know. See how it looks when it's done. Working through it all. So I hope everyone is enjoying their weather. We talk about the weather a lot in the UK. It's a nice subject which isn't too controversial. Well, people disagree about what good or bad weather is, but you can't change the weather. You can't influence it, so it's quite a good thing to talk about, really. It's non-controversial usually. So our weather is getting, it was very warm last night in bed, but just looking at a different angle to try and see where I need to add a little bit more. But it's sort of getting more spring-like, which I know a lot of people are happy about. This is what I'm going to use. Oh, I've got to go, hold on. Oh, I am back. I've been on the telephone, which has been nice, and had a little break, and now I'm back just to do the finishing touches, really. So this is a Posca pen, and it is orange. It's very bright. It's a PC1MR, which is the smallest nib size. Look, like that. Now you could use any type of paint pen. I was going to say you could use a just a normal felt pen. You couldn't for this bit, because this, I'm doing a little bit of purple, a little bit of orange on the purple here, as if there's a few bits of seeds inside, and that isn't going to show up very well on top if it's just a marker pen. But on here, I'm going to just, I'm making it up a little bit. They don't look like this, but you know, why not? On here you could get away with using a normal felt pen on top of the yellow. This isn't how they look, but I just want to make it look interesting. Now the orange doesn't show up very well on the purple, I grant you that. We're going to do a little more on there in a minute, but we'll just do all the orange first. I'm very aware that I have put it in a place where I'm going to put my hand. I don't think those have been coloured very, if they haven't been coloured very much. Just going to go over them a little bit and then put our orange in a bit here and there, like that. So just working our way through. I was just on the phone to my mum. She wasn't on for too long because she was going to go and see my niece. She wants some cough sweets. So, and my mum likes looking after her granddaughter, so she's going to take her some. That's nice. And they can have a nice walk in the sunshine as well, which is good. Now that's that. I'm going to use the yellow one. This is similar, to do a little more on the purple flowers, so it just shows up a little bit more. Oh, it's not, hang on, just get it going on my paper. There we go. It's a little bit watery sometimes if you don't just give it a little go first. I want to keep those just on the inside like that. I'm not sure whether to put some dots on the leaves, because we did on the other page. I think I will. And should I do it in yellow? Yeah, let's do it in yellow. It's a bit different. And see, the leaves have got dots drawn on them. I don't know how well it's going to show up, but actually it's a bit of fun, isn't it? Let's just put a few here and there where Rita has drawn some dots on. Maybe down here, like that. Maybe I'm getting a bit carried away. I'm not going to put it on the stems, just on the actual leaves. A little bit down here too. There we go. I'm going to leave it there. It's up to you if you do that, or if you do it in a white, which will stand out a little more. It's up to you. But there is our finished sort of crocus page. And as I say, I think it was supposed to be snowdrops, but I think they've come out okay as crocuses. You may also want to use some white pen on the outside of the purple. It would show up quite well. But I want to make them look, I say realistic, not just the right colours really. So that's how I've left that one. So there we go, there's that one done. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you have a really lovely day, and go and have a look at some lovely flowers and have a smile. And thank you so much, and happy colouring.